Hello, welcome. I'm Raven. I am a Denver-based yoga teacher here, and I'm going to be bringing you a detoxifying practice, Vinyasa practice today. A little bit challenging, and you should know that whenever a teacher says detoxifying, that means lots of twists. So we're going to be doing lots of twists today. And whenever I'm teaching twists, I always recommend getting a block if you have one. If you don't have one, that's fine. You can use whatever you have in your space, get really creative with it. So let's start in a seat. If you want to use your block to support your hips and your seat, go ahead and do that. And just any way that's comfortable for you. I'm going to go ahead and cross my ankles here and set an easy pose. And let's start with some vagus nerve neck stretch activation. So you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Really gently just let gravity draw your ear down and your shoulder down. If you would like a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can reach your right arm up overhead and just place it by your left ear. Let it just weigh your head down. You're not tugging or anything. And then you maybe stay here or you crawl your left fingertips over to the left and start to deepen your breath. And gently bring your left hand back if you reached it out. Bring your right hand to your right cheek and support your head with your hand for a moment. And then lift your head back up to center and bring your left ear over to your left shoulder. Same options here. You can bring your left hand up over to your right ear and let gravity draw your ear, your hand, your shoulder down. You can walk your right fingertips over to the right. And just notice if you're on an inhale or an exhale. And count 3 more breaths. And gently bring your right hand back, your left hand to your left cheek. And let your head be heavy in your hand. And lift your head back up to center. Take a neck roll towards the left. So bring your right ear towards your right shoulder first. Then swing your left ear over to your left. And keep rolling in this direction. And then switch. And come back to center. Let your head reach up towards the sky, the ceiling. Bring your right hand behind you and bring your left hand to your outer right thigh. Take a little gentle twist just to start. We're warming up the body, easing into some deeper twists. And keep rooting your sit bones down into whatever you're sitting on. Lengthen through the crown of your head, just a little deeper as you exhale. With an inhale, come back to center and then switch. Left hand behind you, right hand to your outer left thigh. Inhales to find space between your vertebrae. Exhales to soften into the opening. Breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale back to center. You're going to come into a tabletop. So if you're sitting on a block like I am, just move it off to the side. Plant your hands flat, knees down, stack your joints here. So your major joints stack on top of each other, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Take a breath in, lift your heart for a cow pose, like you've got a big belly full udder. As you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale back to center, neutral spine, tabletop. Here comes my pup. Reach your right arm up with a breath in, and then thread the needle, twist under, over. Bring your right shoulder down. And then your left hand can just go wherever feels good. Excuse me, great. It can be up overhead or in front of your face or in a little half bind. If you did take the half bind, bring your left hand back to your mat. Inhale your right arm back up to the sky. Exhale it down to your mat, to the ground. And then left side, inhale your left arm up. Thread the needle over through to your right. Shoulder down. Your left or right fingertips can crawl forward. Stay by your face or take the half bind. If you took the bind, bring your right hand back down to your mat. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, tabletop into downward facing dog. Exhale out. Okay, so it's the first down dog. If you need to lift your heels up or pedal your feet out, start to just work into your hamstrings and your hips, do whatever you need. And then walk your feet about halfway up your mat so that your heels come flat. You're in like a short down dog, not quite a forward fold. Really press into your left hand and then reach your right arm across and under towards your outer left ankle. Twist open here, root your heels down. And take 3 breaths in, out. Breathe in. Exhale out. And then one more, take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, soften into the twist and come back into down dog and reach your left hand to your outer right ankle. Twist for 3 breaths. I'm gonna bring your left hand back down, walk the rest of the way up to your hands, forward fold. Take a ragdoll, so grab opposite bicep and let the weight of your forearms draw your shoulders, your head, your chest down towards the ground. Release your hands. Option to heel toe your feet together, or you can just keep them hips width distance and get this stacking in your joints. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale, bend your knees just a little bit so your chest and your hamstrings can relax down. Halfway lift, inhale, find some length in your spine. Forward fold, exhale. And on this next one, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Fold right back down into yourself. Exhale out, bend your knees on the way down. Halfway lift, find that plank. Plant your hands, step back into high plank. And you can do a high plank with your knees lifted away from your mat or with your knees down. Either way, you're just finding this length in your back and this firmness, this control in your belly, like a brightening in your core. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lower halfway down or all the way. That's your jam today. Take upward facing dog or baby cobra from your belly. Let's meet in down dog. And so that's going to be the vinyasa I'm going to cue whenever we take a vinyasa, and know that you can skip it or do some other variation that your body's really, really longing for today. Okay, let's take 2 more sun A's. Look to the top of your mat. Exhale your breath and then move your feet to your hands at some capacity. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Extended mountain, rise up, reach to the sky. Fold, soften into yourself on the way down. Half lift, breathe in. Vinyasa, exhale out. On your inhale, lift your chest. On your exhale, lift your hips. One more, look forward. Exhale and travel to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up as you root through your heels, find a little more length. Bow forward, empty. Half lift. Flow. Move through your heart opener, up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift your right foot up and back behind you, spread your toes out, point your pinky toe down towards your mat so your hips stay square. Take a breath in and then step forward, crescent lunge. On your inhale, rise all the way up to stand. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center, lengthen your chest forward, take a breath in. Twist over to your right, exhale your breath out. And now you can stay with your hands at heart center in some way, or you can open your hands into a deeper twist. If you'd rather take an easy twist and bring your left hand to the ground or a block and reach up and open, you may do that, of course. I'm gonna be here for 3 more breaths. Find a little more length as you breathe in. Soften your shoulders down, your back away from your ears. Hug your belly in. Exhale. Good. If your arms aren't open yet, open them now. And on your inhale, lift all the way up into exalted warrior. So you're going to bring your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Press your left thigh into your hand. Reach your left hand up and back. And take one more breath in. Bring your hands down to your mat. Exhale out. Drop your left knee down. Lean back onto your right heel. So you're in half Hanumanasana. Take a moment to get back grounded, like really close to the ground, totally supported after that twist. And then plant your right toes back down. Tuck your left toes to lift your knee. Low lunge, pull your chest forward. Take a breath in. Crescent lunge, rise up. Bend deep into your hips, bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale, and then start to shift your weight forward into your right foot. Let your left foot get light, and then step or hop it forward into chair pose. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, open face twist to the left. So opposite twist that you just did. And check out your knees. See if you're actually in a twist or if you're kind of in this rolling action, right? Opening up to the left. You want the twist to come from your midsection. That's where this detoxifying of these organs happens. So draw your right ribs forward, your left ribs back. Take one more breath in. Soften as you exhale. Chair pose, reach your left arm up, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale out. Heel to your feet, at least hips width, maybe a little bit wider. And then shake your hips left to right, side to side. Plant your left hand right under your face. Reach your right arm up and take a deep bend into your left knee. If it feels good, you can take some shoulder circles or some wrist rolls. With an exhale, bring your right hand down to your mat. Heel to your feet back together or hips width. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, Chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha, Adho Mukha, your time. Lift your left foot to the ceiling, to the sky, spread your toes, breathe in. And step forward, crescent lunge. Root down into your feet. Bring your hands to heart center, exhale. Lengthen forward, find the space in your spine, and then just rotate open to the left. 5 breaths. And you create the pose however you'd like. I'm going to scoot my feet forward and back just a little bit more. And if you want to drop a knee and take this modified crescent twist, you're more than welcome to do that. And listen to your body. And the side might be totally different. It likely is, because it's just how human bodies work. There's an opportunity to just listen and give yourself what you need right now. As you change, as the practice changes. If your hands are at heart center, open them up and then let your left hand carry you up into exalted warrior. Press your left hand to the back of your right thigh into your left hand. Stay low in your lunge, open, breathe in. And bring your hands down to your mat. Exhale, drop your right knee, half Hanumanasana. If you like full Hanumanasana, you're more than welcome to take that. Two more breaths. Great, bend back into your left foot. Lift your right knee. Pull your chest forward, lengthen, breathe in. Exhale out. Crescent lunge, rise, breathe in, root through your feet. Bring your hands to heart center. Really root through your left foot now. Lean your chest forward, start to get light in your right toes. And then step forward, chair pose. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, twist to the right. Right arm back, left hand forward. Breathe in. Soften, exhale. Inhale. Exhale out. One more, breathe in. Big exhale. Chair pose, come back to center. Forward fold, exhale. Get your feet wide. Hips nice and open, give them a shimmy. And then plant your right hand, twist left arm up, bend into your right knee. You might feel this in your IT band as well. I feel it in my left IT band. I also have a particularly tight left IT band, so maybe you don't quite feel it. I didn't feel it on the other side, but here we are. New sensations. Just keeping me here, keeping me present. Take one more inhale. Bring your left hand down, straighten your right leg. Bring your feet together or hips width. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. And bring your knees down to your mat. You're going to set up for a camel pose. So you're going to stack all of your joints, stand up on your knees, essentially stack your hips, shoulders, head over your knees. I like to tuck my toes to start. I'm going to lead you through kind of a twisting camel. If it just doesn't work in your body and you want to take a more traditional camel or a way that you know works in your body, leave it behind and do that. So I'm going to teach you with your hands starting at your heart center, or sorry, your hips, and toes tucked, lift your chest up. And like your elbows are madly in love with each other and they can't stand to be apart, draw them towards each other. And then press your shoulder blades forward, your hips down, your low back long as you go back. Then bring your right hand down to your right heel. Lift your left arm up, reach it back. And come back up. Sit down on your heels. Might want to take a few swallows. My throat chakra has been really talking to me lately. It's a big whole front side body opener, solar plexus, heart, throat chakra. It's big. Now we're going to take the left side. So you're going to come up back, set up for camel. Start with both hands on your low back. And I'm not pressing forward with my hands. If anything, I'm like guiding my tailbone down. So I'm just doing a slight sweeping action down. So I lift up and back. And then maybe left hand to left heel, right arm up and overhead. You want to still have access to breath here. And so if you don't, maybe modify, come out a little bit. And when you're ready, slowly rise up, head last. And take a seat on your heels and then embryo pose. So it's like child's pose, but knees together, arms back. Let your forehead rest. And get regrounded, soften back into yourself. After this big expression outward, call your energy back in. And press your hands down into your mat by your knees to lift your chest. You're going to come all the way onto your back. So you're going to swing your legs out in front of you. Lower all the way down onto your back. And we're going to take figure 4. And so you'll cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then reach either for your left thigh, your left shin, or you can keep your left foot on the ground if this is enough of a stretch. Flex your right toes so that the opening remains in your hip, the joint that rotates in this way. Your knee does not. So keep it, the muscles around it engaged to keep it protected and moving in the direction it's made to move in. And then for our final twist, you're going to let your hip, your left hip, outer thigh, and right foot fall to the left. So in this kind of figure 4 twist. And then look over to your right. If you would like to keep deepening in the hip opener and you want to support your right hip and knee pointing up and pushing back over, just instead of pressing into your right knee with your left hand, be sure to press into your mid thigh, into your big femur bone. When you're ready, come back to center. And reach your right foot up to the ceiling and then bring it down onto your mat. And cross your left ankle over your right knee. Figure 4 for a few breaths here. And I've been surrounded by people a lot lately and picking up on a lot of energy. Twisting, detoxifying feels really hard right now because my body's just holding on to it all. My organs, down to my cells, like my cellular level. It's holding on to everyone's, including my own energy. And so twists aren't only good for detoxifying your organs from like toxins that you ingest, but also from things that have become stuck to you that maybe were never yours to begin with, or they were, but it's just time to let them go. Clear out some space in your life. You're gonna come into that twist on this side. So foot, knee over to the right, and little gentle gaze over to your left. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Give yourself a sweet little squeeze. So straighten your left leg up and then bring it down. Hug your knees into your chest. This sweet ball squeeze can rock a little left to right. And then Shavasana, whatever shape you like for your rest, take it now. If it feels good, you can close your eyes. And let your breath flow naturally without any particular pranayama. And I will bring you out in just a moment. And start to drop back into your physical body. Maybe touch each fingertip with your thumb. Engage your senses, hear sounds around you. Feel your breath in your own body. When you're ready, make your way into a fetal position, either side, left or right. And trust your body to go where it knows to go. And let yourself be in this one little cradle of innocence, this moment of oneness, of fulfillment of yoga, unity. Right here, all parts of yourself calling back in so that you get to experience union with external things and people as a practice. Eventually press your way up to a seat. Your eyes can be closed or softly set at something. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Pause for a moment, integrating the end of something and the beginning of something else. There's no need to rush moving on into the next thing. Let yourself move intentionally and full of grace and compassion. On your inhale, lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead, the seat of your own intuition, your own knowing, your spirit guidance. It is to that place and to this beautiful lineage, this practice that I get to share with amazing, incredible people like yourself. And so much gratitude that I bow. Ashe. And so it is. Thank you for taking time to practice for yourself, for the people in your life, for our world today and any day that you choose to do that. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or week or month, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are. Love you so much.